Barbuda was the only Caribbean island to be totally evacuated after it was devastated by Hurricane Irma in September. 6 weeks after the catastrophic hurricane, cleanup efforts were still underway in Barbuda. The government of Antigua and Barbuda has faced a healthy amount of criticism. This as Barbudans say they are not satisfied with the government's feeble attempt to restore the island. Hurricane Irma has also revived the decades-old controversy about land ownership in Barbuda. Dionne Baptiste reports.
Forced to evacuate to neighboring Antigua after their island was washed away by Hurricane Irma, Barbudans expected to return to the island which they own communally. However, the displaced residents claim that the Gaston Browne administration plans to scrap the communal system which has existed for approximately 200 years and is doing little to rebuild the island. Under current law, a local council leases Barbuda's land to individuals or families who own the houses they build. Antiguan journalist Kieran Murdoch says land tenure and ownership has been a contentious issue between Antigua and Barbuda for some time. This led to the proclamation of the Barbuda Land Act in 2007.
That more formalized the land tenure system, preventing land from being sold, explicitly saying land shall not be sold, and also explicitly saying that for anything to be done with land, there is a development-wise, as in selling, commercial development, hotels, building, and so on, that you would need to go through an approval process that would require you to get approval from Barbudans themselves at sort of a town hall meeting.
According to reports, after Barbuda was devastated by Hurricane Irma, the Gaston Browne administration proposed a freehold system of land ownership. What exactly does that mean for Barbudans? Mr. Murdoch says Prime Minister Gaston Browne said in Parliament under a freehold system, Barbudans would be given the opportunity to purchase the land that their homes and businesses were constructed on for $1, freeing up the remaining land.
If it wishes to sell that land for development to an international investor, to other people who could afford it, whether they be from Antigua or anywhere else, or Barbuda, they would be selling that land at different rates, commercial rates for development.
When contacted for comment, Prime Minister Browne said they are almost at the end of the cleanup campaign and are preparing to start the rebuilding process. On the supposed implementation of a free-fall system, he said it's nothing but political mischief.
They're just making trouble. First of all, there's no such thing as no communal ownership in this country. Okay? Nothing at all in the Constitution Antigua and Barbuda about that. They make up that. And they put it in an unconstitutional act in 2007.
The Antigua and Barbuda Prime Minister said at present nothing is being done in that regard. He did say, however, that his administration has challenged the 2007 Land Act, which according to him is unconstitutional.
We're trying to make the owner, which is the crown, a trustee. Antigua and Barbuda is not a confederation, it is a unitary state. So the system that applies to Antigua applies to Barbuda. It's just that traditionally we have not given them freehold on Barbuda. What we did say after the hurricane is that those Barbudans who are desirous of having freehold so that they can raise funds to rebuild, that they should be given that option.
Prime Minister Browne called on mischief makers to cease and desist and instead focus their energies on rebuilding the battered island. Dionne Baptiste, C News.